Hi, I'm Bill Woodard, and we're here at the beautiful Wildwood Marina on the Cordell Hull Lake, and this is the August edition of the Chamber Corner. Hi, we appreciate you tuning in today. We're here at Wildwood and we've got a lot of good interviews coming up, so you stay with us. But right now we're going to go to Gabe Harville with In the Wild.
Hello everybody, I'm Gabe Harville and welcome back to another episode of In the Wild. This is the second part of my Alaskan journey. I hope you all will enjoy it because I know I sure did. Continuing on in our Alaskan journey, the next day we made our way about 6 hours north to Fairbanks, Alaska. On our way we had the chance to stop at Denali National Park and Reserve and camp out one night. Upon arriving in Denali, besides the scenery, the first thing we noticed was the abundance of red squirrels. In these pictures and one video, you can see red squirrels caching or burying the black spruce cones for wintertime use. While touring the park and gaining altitude on our way to Savage Gulf, the scenery outside became almost tundra-like, and once we arrived, the high, craggy peaks overlooking the river towered over us. I have one video documenting our time in Savage Gulf. I apologize for the sound quality. The river and wind were not in our advantage. But without further ado, here's our adventures at Savage Gulf. I'm here at Savage Creek in Denali National Park and Reserve with my good buddy Cade Simmons.
Yes, sir.
And it is truly spectacular out here. The tour guide said to watch out for some Dall sheep. Hoping I could catch some on camera for y'all. We may not be able to, but still it is amazing out here. Going back down to the valley, we made our way to the river. With the high railroad overpass and the old telegraph posts, it almost made me want to grab a prospector's dish and start panning for gold. After a cold night in the tents, we awoke, had breakfast, and toured the national park's dog kennels. We even got to see a demonstration of how the sled dogs work for the park rangers pulling sleds in the wintertime.
Oh, they ran off. Yeah. Oh.
Good. Our last adventure in Denali was hiking the Horseshoe Lake Trail. Trekking through the old-growth spruce forest truly reminded me of God's great handiwork. I'm here at Horseshoe Lake in Denali National Park. It's beautiful out here, as of all the other places we've been to. Water's clear and very cold. Lots of swallows flying around, seagulls nesting over there. And we just saw a beaver behind these trees. What a place to be. The rest of our drive to Fairbanks was truly a scenic route. Even at our cabin, the view was spectacular. The next day we toured through what the local Alaskans know as the Delta area of Fairbanks, visiting Alaska's only commercial dairy farm, and a very interesting stop for me, visiting a yak farm. I'm here at a yak farm today. As you can tell, there's a whole lot of yaks behind me. I've never seen a yak before, so this is a learning experience for me too. Here comes little baby wanting some milk from his mama. It's a cute little thing. But the gentleman that runs yak on this property also has 2 full-blood bison somewhere in his herd, and they've since forth calved with yak bulls, and they've made hybrids, and they're cool looking too. I can't necessarily pick them out right now, but this is a cool place, and I'm happy to have been here. On our last full day in Alaska, the first stop we made was riding the Discovery riverboat down the Chena River. On our way back down the river, we stopped in an old Alaskan native village where we learned about their cultures, practices, and how they survived in the sometimes harsh Alaskan environment. After riding the riverboat, we ended our trip in Alaska with a bang as we went to Kastner Glacier. It was truly a spectacular sight. I'm here at Kastner Glacier, which is directly behind me. You can see that arch there. And that is a lot of ice compacted over, well, since the world was created. Just kept repacking and building up rocks and carrying them all down here. That's what all these boulders are. The glacier is quite literally just shaped this valley. It made the river that cut through there, and it's neat. There's a cave that actually cuts back through where the river begins. We had the chance to go down there, but there was a factor of danger to it because there was a small rock slide while we were inside the cave, so we had to come immediately out. But it's a cool place regardless, and I hope to come back to this exact spot sometime in the future. While there, we saw wolf, moose, and bear tracks, and we also had a run-in with an Arctic ground squirrel. See if you can find him in these photos. Try now. These squirrels, whenever they go into hibernation, can drop their body temperature below freezing. That's amazing. Our trip in Alaska was fun and something I hope I'll never forget. This state really takes being in the wild to a whole different level.
Okay, we're here at Wildwood, and we are so glad you guys made the trip out here to be with us, and I know you got an exciting project that you want to talk about. But before we get into that, I want you to introduce yourselves, and I know what you do is not really related to the project, but you're volunteering to help the community. So tell them who you are and who you're tied up with.
Okay. I'm Jordan Stillwell. I'm a realtor at Discover Realty and Auction out of Carthage, Tennessee, a branch of the Discover Realty and Auction in Lebanon. And I've been helping off and on with charities for the past decade. It's where my passion is, and I often tell people that my hobby is charity work. So,
okay.
I'm Vicki Pellamati. I live in Granville. Past experience, I have helped coordinate many events, and I've been asked to be on this team.
Okay, and now we get to the exciting news. What's the project?
Okay, so we're doing dinner on the dam. It'll be dinner on the Cordell Hole Dam for 150 guests. Entertainment, hors d'oeuvres, appetizers, dessert. We're really excited because it's the 50th anniversary of our dam here in Carthage, or well, not here in Carthage, but in Carthage, and we were tasked by Friends of Cordell Hole Lake to put this event on, and we're really excited, and it's going well. I think we've been pretty prepared. So
we're very excited. We plan to make this a grand event. It will be valet parking. You'll enter from the lock side, have hors d'oeuvres. You'll be ushered by staff of Cordell Hole Dam over to the powerhouse, and that's where the dinner itself will take place. And then after the dinner, you'll be ushered back to the lock side, and you'll have dessert. There'll be entertainment happening through all of this. There'll be a beautiful area that you can take pictures from before dark. So we plan to have it a grand event.
And there'll be some more surprises in there, I'm sure.
Oh, yes,
We'll come up with some other
absolutely.
clever
We don't want
things.
to tell you everything.
Right.
Well, to let people know, the reason this can happen, Friends of Cordell Hull was an organization that was basically started by, I guess, the Corps of Engineers in cooperation with volunteers at other places, and Friends of Cordell Hull is the one here for Cordell Hull Lake. And it's a group of folks that love the lake and want to see it promoted and kept in the right way. And so that's why they're putting this on. And then, of course, it is a fundraiser, and it's going to raise money to be able to put on different things. Friends of Cordell Hull actually opened the Periwinkle Trail, which is, it ends right here at Wildwood. And that was one of the projects that they were able to do with the funding that they had from the original membership that came in, and they've got a lot of other good projects that they want to do and fund, here around the lake and for things that's going on the lake. So that's why this is important to be able to pull this off and have it. And the Corps of Engineers personnel are on board with this because it helps them to do things that they couldn't do. People are volunteering to work in places that they don't have the personnel or they just don't have the time to do.
Yeah, and a lot of people from the Corps have been very helpful in getting all this stuff arranged and just helping us in the setup process altogether.
Right.
And then this Friday, actually, we will be announcing the event to the general public. So you guys are getting it. You guys are getting it a little bit first, but I'm sure this won't air until after that, but next week. But we're excited. It'll be announced this Friday, and then we're hoping to launch tickets by August 15th.
Okay, and they can go on not Ticketmaster. I went blank here. Eventbrite, no.
So it'll be a link through Square, and that'll be released in other media as well as the Friends of Cordell Hull Lake Facebook page.
Okay.
So definitely follow the Friends of Cordell Hull Lake Facebook page, and you'll be able to look back and see a lot of the things that they've done, in recent months, and especially with the Periwinkle Trail. There's lots of great imagery from there. So
A lot of pictures. I love myself looking at it to see everything they do. You don't hear about it sometimes. So looking at these pictures, they're out there. So it's very important.
They have an email group, so you can also sign up to get special updates and stuff regarding what they're doing, and request for volunteers if you ever want to help out with anything.
Well, and also you can join Friends of Cordell Hull Lake and become a member yourself if you're out there and you live near here, or even if you live far away and you want to get involved, you can join Friends of Cordell Hull, and they're going to have an annual meeting in November. And so it would be a good time to come. And what they're going to do at the annual meeting is basically tell everybody why we're in existence and what we're doing. Yes. And I think that'll be a good time for people to learn what's going on. But having dinner on the dam, 50 years ago, it was the anniversary, and they had a big grand opening, and they had people come and sing. And this is really the first time since then that anything has happened like that there.
Yeah, and that's why we're really excited, because an event like this it's probably a once in a lifetime opportunity. We're not sure if it'll be something we're able to have multiple times, or if it's even something we'll have ever again. So the exclusivity of the event, the idea of having dinner on the dam, it's not something you're gonna get to find every day to do. So we're really excited to have everybody out. And
well, and at the risk of it making me not be able to get a ticket, there's only 150 of them, so you better get on that site real quick and get your ticket.
We're hoping they go quickly, and then there will be other projects. Vicki and I have been brought in as independent consultants helping with this project, but I think that I will probably be looking to join Friends of Cordell Hull Lake just because of association. But I like what they're doing, and I like representing organizations that do things such as this.
It makes community.
Yes.
It just brings community together.
Right, and Cordell Hull Lake is a unique lake in that it has been mandated by law to be a pristine lake. So it's very hard to get a dock or a marina or anything else on the lake, because they want it to stay that way. And I know some people say that's not a good thing, but for me personally, I think that's a wonderful thing.
Preservation.
Yeah, and because we want this to be here for my great-great-grandchildren. And so I think that's the only way you can preserve it is to have things like that. And it's a very busy lake. A lot of people come here and they use it. So there's a lot of reasons why dinner on the dam is a good thing to come to, because you might not get to do it again.
You're right. The view from the dam, from the powerhouse, as you look over the valleys, is just, it's beautiful.
Well, and they've got the lock there, and I don't know if people would know this, but you can actually get in your boat and you can come down from Gainsborough and go all the way to the ocean from here through the lock system and everything. So it's pretty unique, and it's a good thing. Well, guys, is there anything we missed?
We just hope to see you there.
Okay, well, if I can get a ticket, I will be there.
All right.
All right, well, thanks for coming by.
Thank you,
Thank
Bill.
you.
Well, we're still here at the beautiful Wildwood Marina, and our hosts are sitting here with us. And John, Natasha, if you would introduce yourselves, and you don't have to tell them who you're with, it's pretty obvious, but...
Well, I'm Natasha Dean. John and I have been running Wildwood for, this is our 6th season.
Hey everybody, John Dean here. Thrilled to be with you out here, Bill, at this beautiful location, our Sunset Pavilion. Wildwood is a hidden gem on Cordell Hull Lake, and it is a place where people come to relax and recharge and connect. And they do that as individuals, couples, families, but also in large groups of family reunions, weddings and other family celebrations, and corporate retreats as well. Last year we had 40 corporate groups come spend time with us and really plan the strategy for the future here around the campfire and in front of the lake. And you know, it's very heartening to me when a CEO walks up to me at breakfast and says, "We had a breakthrough at the fire pit last night. It's going to change the company forever." And it just warms my heart to know that we can play a role in solidifying families and building connection and helping groups, including corporate groups, to chart their destiny.
Well, it's amazing to me, you know, how time flies. You said it's 6th year, is that right?
That's right.
Yeah, and it just seems to me like time has flown by when you guys first come here. You've done a lot of improvements and done a lot of things for the marina. The one thing that was impressive to me, I was here for a wedding, and you have a boat that you let people go on. Tell them about that.
We deliver the bride to this location out here in the Sunset Pavilion by yacht.
Yeah.
And then when the ceremony's over, we take the bride and groom out for champagne and charcuterie while the family wanders over the boardwalk back over to where the reception will be, either at our Wisteria Pergola or the South Deck Pavilion. And I tell you, the bride and groom love the boat ride because it gives them 20 to 30 minutes of downtime where it's just them right after they've had their nuptials, and it's a special moment for them.
Yeah, well, and I know, and I called it a boat. I'm sorry, it is a yacht, and it is a beautiful piece of machinery, no doubt about that. Now, you guys have remodeled, and actually, I guess I'm talking about stuff that happened years ago now, but you have a beautiful restaurant over there. I don't know, you might want to talk about it just a little bit?
Yeah, our lakeside restaurant is run by Chef Chris Maxwell, and it is just, it has been such fun to watch that grow. People love Chef's food. He does everything from fish and chips, which is by far our most popular, and we call it Big Bang Shrimp, which is a take on Bang Bang Shrimp. All of our dishes are named after towns in the Upper Cumberland. We have a lot of visitors who come here to eat from all over the region, even from as far as Ohio and California, different places. And so we like to kind of play with. We have a map on our menu, and the names are all on little towns in the area, and it kind of makes them curious to go out and learn more about the area, to see that we have a defeated creek salmon, and that we have a salt lick burger, and we have these different things, and they say, "Where's that?" And they look it up in the map. So it's fun, and the food is fantastic. We got so popular for a while there that we have now opened something we call the pontoon, which is essentially a food truck, and it offers a lower cost, no wait food option. He is serving things like brisket grilled cheese and nachos and alligator brats and all kinds of fun things. So that's a little bit of a lower, more casual price point. So yeah, you can do anything from in the restaurant, like I said, the fish and chips, all the way up to surf and turf. Some beautiful steaks and salmon, trout, really wonderful dishes there.
Well, and it's a wonderful thing that you have a restaurant of that class here in the area, because people sometimes when they travel in, they don't want to just eat at a fast food. They want to get something special, and that's what you're serving here. You also have amenities where people can spend the night and stay. Tell me about that.
Yes, we do. We have 7 different modalities of overnight lodging that comprise 39 keys, that is separate individual places you can stay, representing about 43 bedrooms. And these places to stay include 4-star quality inn rooms and lodge rooms with walk-in shower baths dedicated therein, as well as rustic cabins. We have a couple that are 2-bedroom, and then 6 of them around a artisan fire pit that are 1-room cabins that people especially enjoy. We've got floating harbor cottage houseboats that sit at the end of our dock and provide an awesome view of this Cumberland wilderness. And they're fully equipped with kitchens and stocked with everything you need, so you can self-cater or you can enjoy our food in the restaurant as well, and most people do a combination of both. And then similar to that, but on land, we have 3 luxury lake homes that overlook the lake through the trees that we call salt box homes. And then finally, our most popular overnight accommodation is the vintage Airstream, dating back to 1960, with our newest one, Reba, is 2018. They're all in excellent condition, and they provide a glamping experience that's unparalleled.
Well, I had the opportunity to actually view one of them maybe a year or 2 ago, and it was pretty impressive the way you have them fitted out and everything. So that Airstream is great.
Linens and coffee service and fire pit with dedicated chairs, and you know, it's your own little piece of heaven right here at Wildwood.
Okay, and then we're going to give a plug to Mr. Randall Clemens and what's going on down the road. What is it, maybe a mile down the road?
Half a mile.
Half a mile down the road.
Half a mile down the road is Historic Granville, which is an indoor-outdoor museum depicting life in yesteryear. The crown jewel of Historic Granville is the T.B. Sutton store, which is an 1890 authentic, restored country store named by one of the leading national magazines as one of the top 10 most charming country stores in America. Mm-hmm. And also what's unique about the T.B. Sutton store is that they have a live bluegrass radio show every Saturday night, 52 weeks a year. And they broadcast that on 50 AM radio stations throughout the United States and the world. And we, as a result, are getting visitors from places like Germany and Australia who want to come hear the band at the Sutton store and stay at Wildwood and eat in our restaurant. So that's been very touching that we've attracted international visitors through that radio show.
Well, and also Granville, it seems to me like every other month they're putting on a festival of some sort.
That's right. There are a dozen or so festivals a year, and they are amazing in the number of people that they attract. The premier festival is on Memorial Day weekend, on Saturday of Memorial Day weekend, and we'll see 8, 10, or 12,000 people here in the little town of Granville enjoying an expansive car show, bluegrass competition, all kinds of locally prepared foods and treats and music and play acting, and it's just an amazing experience to come for the day. And it attracts a lot of weekend visitors as well.
Well, and if you're out there and you're thinking, well, I've been to Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, name 4 other places, and I got locked in traffic. 12,000 people here. I've driven down the road here, and they have parking. They have it arranged in such a way that you're not stuck in traffic.
It's about,
you
it's
get
about
to
a
get
6
out.
minute delay.
Yeah, and you can get out and go
Yeah.
and visit and look.
You don't need
and
to be
see.
afraid of being trapped.
Yeah, and kudos to Mr. Randall Clemens. He's the chairman or president of the
Yes.
Granville Museum.
All of it.
I forget what title it is, but
Chairman, president, champion, and spark plug.
and
It makes
Spark
it
Plug,
all
yeah,
happen.
that makes it all happen. And he's done a wonderful job there with that, and we're so glad to have him in the community. Okay. I am sure I'm forgetting something.
Well, Natasha, you're chairman of Friends of Cordell Hole Lake. Any comments about what's going on at the Friends group?
Sure. I just, we have had such a great time being part of that organization. There are about 8 different groups around the lake that are serving in various ways for the Friends group. We are building trails. We are providing snacks for days for the kids. The fishing rodeo. There's some horseback riding thing coming up in October.
Did a shuttle for a trail walk that
We've done a shuttle for a trail walk. We've done different kinds of things. So it really is a community building activity, and we have had so much fun. We've met so many wonderful people. We have gotten out there. We have worked hard, play hard, laughed hard together, and it is just wonderful. We're raising money to do more of the same and to add some benches along the way on some of our trails, trash cans so people, have some place to put trash and it doesn't end up in the lake, and things of that nature. But the really wonderful thing is, if you'd like to become a member, it is a great way to know your community and to get outside and really enjoy the lake, is by coming out and joining some of these activities.
Well, and one of the things that really got my attention is they had a fishing rodeo, and the kids there, and of course Friends of Cordell Hole, they're giving them hot dogs, and they're making it just an even more special day than it already is. And I think working hand in hand with the Corps like that, it makes it so much better, and it makes it easier on the guys at the Corps. They can get out there and actually do some stuff they enjoy.
It does, and it's a great partnership. You can go to the Corps of Engineers office over there in Carthage, and you can visit that office. They have a lot of interesting displays there, and they also have an area where you can learn about the Friends of Cordell Hole Lake. You can buy a T-shirt. You can become a member. You can learn about the dinner on the dam that we're planning for October the 7th. There are some commemorative knives that we're doing in collaboration with the Smith County Rotary. Those are selling like hotcakes that will commemorate the 50th anniversary of the formation of the lake. And so go on over to the office there, get yourself a commemorative knife, help the Rotary, help the community, help us all build just on this wonderful foundation.
Okay. Well, guys, if we haven't missed anything, really want to thank you for allowing us to come to your
Thank you for having us.
venue.
We appreciate you being here.
Thank you very much, and we'll be back again.
We look
Great.
forward to it.
Thank you.
Well, still here at the beautiful venue here, Wildwood Marina. Isn't this great?
Absolutely, it's a nice day.
I've been watching I guess it's geese. They're coming in and they land and then they'll take off. It's a beautiful place.
Nice little breeze.
Anyway, I think most people probably know who you are, but introduce yourself anyway and tell them who you're with.
So I'm Katie Martin with the University of Tennessee Extension here in Smith County. I am the agriculture agent. We also have Mary Draper, our family and consumer science agent, Rachel Petty, our admin, and hiring a new 4-H agent here any day now.
Okay, good. Yeah, school's starting, so you're going to need that to happen.
That's right. School will be starting 4th, 5th, 6th. Lots of our 7th and 8th graders will be starting their not just school year, but 4-H club year as well. We'll be electing officers, talking about speeches, getting them geared up and ready for hopefully a successful 4-H year.
Yeah, and it's wonderful. I had the privilege of judging one of the speech contests, and those guys are great.
They are very impressive. We've got some impressive young people in Smith County.
There's no doubt about it. Now, I'm probably going to start backwards here, but Mary had a great canning college, didn't she?
That's
all
right. She had a great canning college, good attendance. They learned a lot, successfully canned multiple different items. That's something that she usually offers on a yearly basis, so keep an eye out for that next year. And of course, always let us know if you have good programming ideas. She also has FCE clubs, several throughout the county, just based on different communities and areas, some that meet at night, some that meet during the day. And that's just such a good way to connect, meet new people, get involved with the community. They do great service projects, help with the fair. So we always encourage anyone wanting to get more involved to check out those FCE clubs. They're really valuable.
Well, and that's been going for years. My mom was a member of, they called it home demonstration back then. And she looked forward to it. It was a wonderful thing for them to go around and visit with everybody, and each community had their own club, which is the way it is today.
Yep. And Mary goes and provides programming several different months. We even had one of our 4-H'ers, Gabe Harville, provide programming this summer. So you just never know what good info you might get at a FCE club as well.
Okay, now you got some other things going on.
That's right. We've got some agriculture activities and events coming up soon. We've got our Lunch and Learns back at the Chamber of Commerce. That's something that was really popular in the past, so we kind of brought those back for late summer and fall. We just hosted a really great one about lawn renovation. And then the first Tuesday of September and October, we'll also have a Lunch and Learn. Basically, the premise is it's 12 to 1. You're going to get lunch and a great educational program for just $5. So you can't really beat that.
No, you can't.
And our September will be on cool season gardening. So things you can plant kind of in the fall or early spring to get a jump start on gardening. And then kind of the same concept in October, but we'll be talking about cool flowers. So flowers that you can plant late fall, early spring, and have some earlier blooms. So excited about that.
Okay, and you deal with outdoor planting or greenhouse or indoor, any of that they can ask questions about.
That's right. We certainly can help with that. We have multiple publications that we can access online. We've got specialists in Knoxville if it's a very specific question we may not know the answer to. But yeah, anything like that we can help with. We've also got a couple different events coming up that are put on by the Upper Cumberland Extension team. So that's kind of 11 counties here in our area that work together to put on some bigger events. One of those is going to be in September. It's a wildlife field day happening at Hyder Burks. This would be great for any of our outdoor enthusiasts, people that enjoy hunting. We're going to have TWRA, different demonstrations, different booths set up. I think it's going to be a really good program. And then also in September, we've got our Master Small Ruminant class. It's going to happen in Overton County in Livingston, and that's for any of our sheep or goat producers, or maybe anybody interested in getting involved with that. Again, going to have some really great programming, really great speakers at that. So would encourage folks to call our office and get more information, save those dates, or sign up to register for those hopefully really great programs.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people that are working with sheep and goats now.
That's right. It's a growing interest.
More than there used to be in the past.
Absolutely.
Okay. Anything else that we've got going on?
Well, 4-H has a couple opportunities as well. Besides just getting in our in-school clubs and in the classroom, we've got some judging teams starting. So poultry judging, kind of all things chickens. We learn how to judge chickens, their eggs, identify different parts of the chicken as far as different cuts of meat. We also have forestry judging, where we learn how to identify different trees by their bark and by their leaves. We learn a little bit about compassing, pacing off distances. So that's a really great one for our outdoor enthusiasts as well. And then Grill Master Challenge contest, where we actually learn how to grill and cook beef, chicken, pork, and lamb. So all three of those judging team opportunities are going to be starting practice in August and have contests in September. So we're excited about that. We've got some kids sign up, so Smith County is going to be well represented, but we always have room for new kids. So if you hear one of those and think, I know somebody that would enjoy doing that, I know a 4-H age youth that would like that, please have them call our office so we can get them plugged in and get them active in one of those activities.
Okay, and we're in the middle of the summer now, so the harvesting is kind of ramping down, I would think. They're still harvesting hay, but in the fall, there's some things that you probably need to do in either for weed control or fertilization or things like that. You guys, you can do soil samples, you can do anything to help with that, right?
That's right. Soil sampling is probably one of the most common things people come to our office for. It's a super easy process. We have a box and a paper you send off. It only costs $15, and that's great to do whether it's a hayfield or whether it's your lawn or whether it's a garden spot. You know, that's beneficial for anybody. We can help with questions, educational programming. We just have so many resources at our disposal, and we don't want to be the best kept secret in the community. So if there's something that has to do with agriculture, family and consumer sciences, or 4-H youth development, we'll figure out how to help you.
Well, and the good thing about it is most of the time your services are absolutely free to the person that's using them.
That's right.
Yeah, well, I know the farmers around here, it's a real blessing to have you guys in the county. And I haven't got to say this, you've been a county extension agent for a while now, but congratulations. I think you are doing and will continue to do a great job.
Well, thank you. I certainly appreciate that. We've got a great staff and we have great community supporters and good stakeholders. So it takes a village, but we're really happy to provide those services here in Smith County.
All right. Well, Katie, thank you for coming by.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, we're still here at Wildwood, and we have had a guest come by. Miss Jennifer, would you introduce yourself? Tell them who you're with.
I sure will. Thank you for having me. I am Jennifer Brogdon. I'm the General Manager and CEO at Upper Cumberland Electric Membership Corporation.
Okay, and Upper Cumberland, as we all shorten it to, has been around here many, many years. It is a cooperative, so it's actually owned by the people that you serve.
That's right.
So that's one of the good things about it. I notice there's been some progress done over in South Carthage there. Maybe you want to just kind of enlighten people and tell them about the new building and what's going on over there.
I'd be happy to. So you mentioned, first of all, that we've been around for many, many years. Yeah. We're marking our 85th year.
Oh my goodness.
So that's kind of a milestone that we're all very proud of.
That's longer than I've been
proud of the
around.
history of Upper Cumberland, serving not only the Smith County area, but also in the Putnam County area, Overton County, and Jackson County area. And in our Smith County area, we have been remodeling and adding some additions to our district service office. And we have completed the construction of a brand new warehouse, about 35,000 square feet. The new warehouse was built to house the size of trucks that we have today.
Yeah.
The old warehouse, which is still existing on the site, and we'll make use of that for storing some supplies, was built back in the 70s. And trucks were much smaller because poles were much shorter, because we didn't have the need for all the telecommunications that we have today.
And you have to stack it.
That's right.
There
There's a lot more people using the poles that we put in than just us.
Yeah.
So our new bucket trucks are parked safely inside now, that new warehouse, and we also built a new pole yard, also to accommodate the size of the poles that we have today. We were having to store our poles out in a substation, which is not a situation that's very convenient so that you can get to poles quickly, but also there's some safety and security issues with that too. So they're all there under the watchful eye of folks at the district office now. And we're also building out some new administrative buildings on the property. So we opened our customer service center, brand new customer service center to our customers on June 1st. We had a ribbon cutting. So we've had customer service there. It's a really nice, spacious area to receive our customers. And we actually had a little employee function there so that employees could welcome their spouses and families in to see the new place. And we'll do something similar for all of our members once we get the last phase of the project done, which we're hoping will be around the end of the year. So we've got one more phase of the project to build out our engineering service center. And we expect that to be done by the end of the calendar year, and we can't wait for it to be done. Our members have been so patient, as have our employees, because we've been building and remodeling, and it's been quite a mess over there for some time. And so we're very happy to be receiving our members in the new place.
Well, I know I passed just recently, and they were cleaning up and starting on the other side over there, and it already looks so great.
You can tell what it's going to look like now.
Yeah, you can tell what it's going to be.
Yes.
Well, now you mentioned something for the members, but we've got an annual meeting coming up soon. Is that right?
We do. So every year in September, we have our annual meeting of the members, and we have lots of folks that come out. As a matter of fact, we had so many members come out this past year that we are bumping up against the capacity of the Smith County Ag Center. So we are moving locations this year.
Okay.
Trying something different that has a little bit more room, and we want to make sure our members know that it's going to be held at Catissa Farms this year.
Okay, and George's venue
Yeah,
down
George's
there.
venue.
Yeah.
And so he's held some other local events there
Yes.
in his venue and graciously offered for us to have our annual meeting there. We're really looking forward to it. We'll have the traditional prizes and giveaways. The location is changing, but the format is not. So we'll still have the drawings for the prizes. We'll have Helen's that is catering the event. We'll have catfish and chicken. And so we hope that we just fill this place up too.
Yeah, well, there's plenty of room down there and plenty of parking. George, like you said, has had
That's
several. It's funny that he built that to run his watermelon operation out of, but it's turned into a meeting place.
It is. It's an asset to the community,
Yeah,
as
there's
is
no doubt.
George and his family. So we'll be there on September 9th. Registration will be at 9 a.m. and then we'll get the business meeting started at 10. There's going to be lots of fun and entertainment, and hope that a lot of folks come out and join us.
Yeah, well, if you are here in the area and you have electric service, then you're eligible
That's
to come
right.
to the
That's
annual
right.
meeting. So that would be a good thing for people to
It would.
attend. Well, now, there's some other things that I wanted to mention. One thing is Upper Cumberland Cares is a organization that works within your company, and I know I have them round up my bill. Like if it's 69 cents, they round it up to $1, and that money goes into a fund. You might want to tell folks about that and tell them how they can, be involved in that, and also maybe avail themselves of it.
Thank you for being a member of CARES. I am also a member and encourage everyone to be a member that would like to. So we do just round your bill up. If you have a $150 bill and 99 cents, we round up that 1 cent, so it's $151. And all of that change adds up to a lot of positive change in our communities. As a matter of
It sure
fact,
does.
last I had looked at how much had been given as a result of the generosity of our members, it was over $1.8 million.
My goodness, I wouldn't
Nearing
imagine.
$2 million. So we have a board that receives applications for consideration and has made many, many awards throughout all of our counties. They're usually fairly small grants, but they're organizations where those small grants mean a lot.
Well, and I won't start naming names because I'll get in trouble, but I can think of 5 or 6 here in the local area
Yes.
that do wonderful work in the community, and this really supports them.
It does. And we'll have a CARES exposition at the annual meeting, and if you want more information about that, we'll have some of the board members there that can talk to CARES, and you can see some of how that money has been used to make a positive impact in our community.
There's one other thing I wanted to bring up, and I guess I'm going to tell my age, but I've been sort of a customer for 70 years.
That's a long time.
That's a long time, almost as long as they've been around. And I can relate that in that 70 years that I've been around, I've been here except when I traveled and went to college and, did all the stuff young people do.
Yeah.
All that time, I don't remember our electricity being out that much. And here this past weekend, we had some storms come through and the electricity went out. And my wife went out on the front porch and got some food, and we sat there and just kind of enjoyed it was a cool evening, and we enjoyed that. And we see your trucks going up and down. That electricity, we didn't get to stay there that much because the electricity probably wasn't off but 25 to 40 minutes
Good.
at the most. My point is you guys really run a tight ship, and I really appreciate what you all do for us as customers. And I'm sure commercial is the same way, but my residential service has always been spot on, and I appreciate that.
Well, I thank you for saying that. We've had a lot of storms blow through this summer, and we've had the opportunity to serve our customers and get their power back on. Many of you may know we have a new outage management system, so you can go onto our website and actually see where the outages are and see whether one has been reported already in your area and we know about it. So I think we've always had a good response time, but having that technology at our fingertips provides an even better way to serve you faster and kind of keep you in the loop about where the outages are as well.
Well, the one thing that was good for me, I called the 800 number and it said if you're reporting an outage, press this number. I pressed it, and it asked, I think it asked for my address. I'm not sure I remember correctly. And anyway, I put in the information. It said, well, that has been reported. We're working on it. Do you want to call back when it's fixed? And I thought, well, I don't really need a call back, but I'm going to do it just in case. And the lights came on, and then about 5 minutes later, phone call, hey, your power's back on. So the system's working.
I love to hear that.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah,
So if
system's
you
working.
have your phone number updated with us, it's very easy to report an outage, because if you call the 1-800 number and you're calling from the number that you have on file with us, all you have to do is press 1 to report an outage, gets in our system, creates a work ticket, and we get out there to work it.
And that's exactly what happened. I didn't have to tell it anything. It knew where I was.
You've got your phone number up to date. That's
Yeah.
great.
So
Encourage everybody to do that.
But that is a wonderful system. Well, is there anything we may have missed that you wanted to mention to these folks?
I don't think so. I thank all of our members. I thank you for tuning in, and I really hope to see your smiling faces in September, on September 9th at our annual meeting.
All right. Well, Jennifer, thanks for coming by.
Thank you for inviting me.
Well, we're here at Wildwood Marina. As you can see behind us, it's a beautiful place to be. If you ever want an outing or just to come by and just look it over, you should make the trip out here. It's just 1 mile. No, actually it's not. It's about 1 foot out of Smith County in Jackson County. So it's a good place to visit. We have some guests here. I want to ask you guys, if you, Andrew, Olivia, if you would introduce yourself and tell them who you're with.
We are Olivia and Blake Long, and we have Sweet Freezies. We have freeze-dried candy that is local to Smith County.
Okay, and you're going to have to explain freeze-dried candy, because when I first heard about it, I thought, I don't know what that is. So tell us, what is that?
Well, it's scientific. It's kind of like what the astronauts did. And we have a freeze dryer, and we take all the water out of candy and all the water out of fruits and make it where it's shelf stable.
Okay.
And make it even better for people with braces or that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So, like, your taffy isn't going to be chewy anymore. It's going to be light and airy and easy to eat. So, if you have dentures or you have somebody who has braces or anybody like that, it's easy to eat.
Okay. May I open this?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to open this up and just have a look at this. I don't know if you can see it on camera. I'm not doing a very good job, am I?
Hold that.
It would be bad to dump all that on the floor, so I'm going to let you help me there.
Here, I'll grab the lid from you.
There we go. Okay, now, if they can see it on camera, can you name?
Taffy. You have banana, green apple, watermelon, blue raspberry, grape, and cherry.
Okay, and naturally, every kid goes for grape first,
Exactly,
right?
that's what I would do.
That is wonderful.
It's different, ain't it?
Now, you can do this with fruit as well?
Fruit, vegetables. We actually just did some local strawberries and local corn. Corn on the cob.
Really?
Really.
Well,
Don't
now,
eat the cop, though.
you'll have to describe it since we don't have any of that. How does that have the crunch and
Light, airy, crunchy.
we got to try that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, naturally, people are going to want to find this. Where are you located?
You can find us on Facebook at Sweet Freezies, and you can also just, you have our phone number right here. It is 615-489-0589 and 615-489-6462, and you can message us or email us or anything on Facebook to make a good order.
Okay, and if you're don't remember those, you can call us at the Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
You guys got your information there and everything.
Yes, we do.
And you said you had a Facebook page.
We do have Facebook.
So you can go on and look and see what this stuff. Can you do an order on Facebook, or do you need to call?
You can do an order on Facebook.
Okay, so
Or you can call.
Okay, well that makes it wonderful. How did you come up with this idea?
My daughter.
Really?
I have a 1-year-old, and all of her snacks are freeze-dried. And I wasn't getting enough for her little belly, and so I had to figure out a way to make more.
Yeah.
And every baby foods just ain't enough. you got to have adult foods too, because a lot of parents are eating the snacks that their kids are eating because they're good.
Right, and well, and somebody like me, I don't need to eat much Laffy Taffy. It's probably not good for me, but the fruit should be okay.
The fruit is very good.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Special K cereal strawberries, that light airy that will rehydrate with milk or with water.
Okay, and when you're eating the fruit, you're getting the same benefit if you're eating actual fruit.
When you dehydrate, you lose about 40% of the nutrients, and freeze drying, you still keep all that nutrient, almost 90% of the nutrients.
So it's almost like a super strawberry that you don't have to worry about it spoiling.
Exactly.
On you.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to do a plug for Mr. George McDonald. He raises strawberries.
We have his strawberries.
Okay, and that strawberry is the best. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but when you go to the grocery store and you get strawberries, sometimes when you cut them, they're white on the inside.
None of our
George's are not like that.
Not our freeze-dried strawberries.
Yeah, and the reason they're not like that is because those strawberries that you get in the store they're designed to be able to ship. Well, George, he designs his and grows them to sell here locally.
Yep.
And that's why they're so good.
We get them straight from his farm as soon as he tells us we can.
Okay, well, I want to buy some strawberries, okay?
I will get you some.
All right, that's what I want.
You're doing just like him. We gave him a free sample and his wife came by and bought some.
There you go. He brought his own strawberries.
Exactly. He never thought he'd buy his own strawberries back.
Yeah, that is funny. That's funny. Well, that's how good they are.
That's how good they are.
Okay, well, guys, anything else we need to get on? You're on Facebook.
We are.
We gave the phone numbers, and if you forget the phone number, call the chamber. And you guys, you got a great product there. You're going to be at Walton Days, right?
We are.
You're going to have a booth there.
Yes.
So if you miss calling them or something like that, come to Walton Days. Of course, that's September the 30th. That's a
Right
place
now
to
we're
wait.
at the Putnam County Fair.
Oh, you are?
We are.
Okay.
We just dropped off today.
All right. So you guys can go see these guys at
We are at the
these two
country
venues.
store at the Putnam County Fair. We they have a little commission thing, so there's a bunch of other stuff fun that buy and all kinds of sweets there too.
Okay, well that sounds great. Well, thank you for coming by.
Thank you for having us.
And I'm sure you're going to be very successful because that was really good.
Thank you.
Okay, we hope you enjoyed this edition of the Chamber Corner. We had some wonderful guests and good information that we got out there. I want to tell you a little bit about some things that are going on. Not a lot happening in August that we can really talk about as far as events, but we are accepting vendor applications and booth applications for William Walton Harvest Festival, which happens on September the 30th. And we already know we're going to have the Harvest Queen pageant during that time. And so if you've got a young lady in your family that would like to start the path of winning beauty pageants, this would be a good place for them to start. Also, the famous duck race is going to return. It's a fundraiser for the Pregnancy Help Center, and so if you want to get involved in that and help them raise some money, you can come and be involved in the duck race. And these guys did a good job last year, and it was a lot of fun to see that going on. Again, save the date for William Walton Day, September the 30th from 10 to 5 p.m. at the historic Smith County Courthouse and grounds, and they're going to be there. To mention something that also is going on at the Smith County Chamber of Commerce, they're going to have a crawfish boil, and it is a fundraiser for the Pregnancy Help Center or Pregnancy Resource Center. And if you've never been to a crawfish boil or never been involved in one, it's really some good food and it's really enjoyable. And I know 2 years ago I went to the first one they had, and I was a little apprehensive about it. And once I got involved, I found out there's some really tasty food and really good. And Living Water Ministries is putting this on, and all the proceeds will go to the Pregnancy Resource Center. So if you get a chance, try to help these guys out and come by there. Again, we want to thank you for tuning in and being a part of the Chamber Corner. And if you ever need any information or anything about what's going on in Smith County, then please call us at the Chamber of Commerce, 615-735-2093, or go to our website and you can look up a lot of the things that are happening. We have a Monday morning memo that comes out every Monday, tells you what's happening that particular week, and has advertisements announcements and posters about things that are happening during the next few months. So if you want information about that, just contact us at the Smith County Chamber of Commerce. Until the next time, may God bless you, and we'll see you in September.